Yeah, it's a really good run as well. So up next we're gonna have Kirby's Dream Land 2. It's gonna be a race between Sunkir and Suzuri. And if you donate $10 during Kirby, it's gonna be 100% race.
Alright, he joined the channel. He should be fine. Oh, we should tell Supreme about the race channel, huh?
No, because I think what we'll do is he's going to be watching the restreams and he can just start the timer when he sees us start, right?
Normal streams like the... Oh, I don't know.
Because he's not talking on the...
Yeah, we can move them in here.
I'll just turn my TV down.
Okay.
Hey, what's up?
Um,
So how are we doing this in terms of streaming audio? Yeah. I think I am gonna have game audio up. I gotta balance stuff then. I'm going to be, but you could also just use Suzuri's audio, which is just going to be game audio. Right.
yeah, we still have to like... we're in a race channel.
Yeah, I opened up a race channel on SRL with Suzuri, and I'm thinking you can just start the when you see us start, right? Like that should work.
Or we could like...
I should be on JRTA4.
I think you have Sunkir's stream on... Oh wait, I don't know actually. I don't know whose stream you have up.
Suzuri's saying that I'm supposed to be JRTA1. I thought... Did I get the wrong one? Oh, okay.
Okay, so...
Well, he's probably already got the stuff plugged in. I'll just change my stream. Where was the info? It was just on the schedule. All right.
Okay, so while we're getting set up, Seabass, he came true on his word and donated $20. Here's the money I owe from the LADX run. Let's see some Trip World. So thank you, Seabass. Or if you want the O in front, I always just kind of leave that out. But thank you for donating after commentating all that. Also, Sunkir, you've got like massive keyboard, mouse stuff. If you can like adjust your mic or something?
I mean, it shouldn't be a problem, I
Yeah.
guess, when I'm playing, right?
Yeah, during the run, it won't be typing and stuff.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's just because my mic sits on the same desk as my laptop, so it picks up that stuff.
Alrighty. Okay, so while we're getting this race set up, this is JRTA2. We are raising money to help get 2 runners from Japan to AGDQ 2016. We're currently at $8,878.03, and we're trying to raise $4,500. We're gonna get 2 runners: Bacord, who's gonna be playing Gimmick in AGDQ and possibly Wario Land 3, and Ohan, who's gonna be running Mega Man 6, Castlevania 3, and possibly Mega Man 5. So we're trying to get them to AGDQ because international flights are pretty expensive. So if you want to donate, you can win a couple of Kirby games this block.
Yeah, I believe actually, if you donate right now, you can get a set of Kirby boy games, and there's a lot of them. There's like 5 of them. I don't know them all actually, but
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to open up the link, but I was holding down my push to talk key and everything was breaking. So yeah, there's 5 Kirby games, and since I don't know I don't know Japanese or Kirby games, I can't tell you what they are. But the schedule page has a link to all of the images, and on there you can see the games that are up for offer. And so that's a $10 donation, I believe, will put you into a chance to win all of those games in one fell swoop.
I believe it's KDL1, KDL2, pinball. There's like a puzzle game, and one more. I don't know the last one. One in the chat could identify all of those.
And then if you want to try and win those prizes and you want to donate towards something, you can put your money towards after this Kirby race. We're gonna have Kirby Superstar, and there's a hand cam incentive. And right now that's sitting at $4.20 out of a goal of $250. So if you want to see some hand cam action, you can put your money towards that. We've got some streamers incentives. Click 16 bags of cash, and that's at $20 out of 100. There's a Superb Joe run for like a little bonus run after streamers, and that's at $50. It needs $50, and there's nothing towards that. You can also donate to some file names. There's a Blastcore file name. Right now, Anime is winning. It's a pretty good file name, and it's the only entry. I don't think anyone wants to compete against Anime. And there's a link to the past file name. Right now is Nugs. So if you want to snipe that, well, it's not really much of a snipe. If you want to do something else, that's only at $10. So there's lots and lots of options for you to donate if you choose to do so.
Yeah, I think that'll work best, because I think the idea is that Rafi's going to commentate, so I shouldn't be talking too much. I've got stuff balanced if you want to just use my audio and talk, but I think it'd be easier, and the delays would match up. Okay. Sounds good.
And I'll stream the mumble.
Sounds good.
Started soon. Sorry, we'll get it settled. I guess I'll introduce the runners while we're getting set up. We have Sunkir. Is primarily, I think you would say, the Katamari runner.
Probably.
Primarily, frame for frame, the deepest speedrun.
Of course.
He actually ran that last. You ran this last JRTA, right?
I ran Katamari.
Yeah, Katamari.
Yeah. It was kind of last second. They didn't actually submit it. I just filled the gap.
That was really kind of you.
It's fine. I was practiced at the time, so it was okay.
Yeah. But unfortunately, you didn't make it to AGDQ. Like, it didn't make it in.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna ready up.
Alright, let's get it started. And,
Alright, race is starting.
good luck.
Thanks. There's the start.
Alright, and yeah, Sunkir is racing against Suzuri, who is a Japanese speedrunner. Known for running like pretty much every Kirby, not every Kirby game, but he runs a lot. I think he runs the most out of anyone. And he runs them all at a pretty respectable level. Like in like almost every game that he runs, he's got a strong time in, I would say.
Definitely.
But I think KDL2 and 3 are probably his best games. Got records in both categories that he runs. He also runs 64. Time in that is really good for... He runs the N64 version, which is a lot slower than VC. But yeah, his time is pretty good for that. And also KSS, he's got... I think he's got a 118 flat, which is, I'd say, pretty decent for running like a ton of different Kirby games. And about the run, pretty straightforward. You can follow the action. Really. Like right now, they both have fire. I believe is the fastest power to use.
We actually end up ditching it for Umbrella, because you need Umbrella for a treasure later. Fire's faster movement-wise, but you have to go an extra room and then backtrack to get Umbrella. And Umbrella, you can use it for a little bit of speed, so it's useful.
Looks pretty cool. Actually, it's Parasol.
Parasol.
Got hit.
Oh, I missed the gap falling from the treasure. Oh my god, my game just lagged so much. This section's really slow.
I'm loving the Ox commentary in the chat. Kirby's walking speed oscillates between 1.39 and 1.51 while going
That's
to the
exactly what I wanted from Ox. I love that data.
Yep.
Wispy is luck.
Oh yeah, and in both the Dreamland Game Boy games, he's complete RNG, whether he drops apples right away or if he attacks.
Wow, I just got pretty much perfect luck.
Didn't you say you never get
I
perfect luck?
hadn't since I started playing this game again.
I don't know what perfect luck in this is.
I don't really know either, so... But basically he gave me apples immediately, which is what I want.
And the category they're running is 100%, so that requires to do the mini games after each world. You have to do them all perfect. If you get hit or don't collect one of the star things, you have to restart it, or because you won't get the percentage. There's nothing too advanced about them. Just straightforward. They're easy, except for the Star and Moon one you said was pretty difficult.
Yeah, the Cloud and Moon one's difficult, and the Ice one can actually give you, like, unwinnable patterns, as far as I know.
Oh, really?
I've gotten, like, one that you literally just can't get the star in time.
But yeah, also, for 100% you need to get the treasure in each world. I think there's only one in each world. There's 7 total.
Right. I almost reached over to split.
And also, and I think doing that, beating the game, adds up to 99%, unless I'm missing something.
Yeah, that's right.
And to get the one last percent, you need to collect a special. You have to trigger an event, or like you have to get like this special character and like select it, and it's a 1 in 8 chance.
Blob girl.
Yeah, the Japanese version is a character named Chow. I think it's some girl
I think that's right.
from an obscure Nintendo game.
That was not released in America, so they changed it to Gooey's girlfriend.
Oxford's call that. I think in the task notes he says it's an ugly girl or something like that. It's funny to me. But yeah, yeah. In the American version, they changed it to a female Gooey, which is like this little blue slime thing. And yeah, there's a 1 in 8 chance to get it, and you can only get it in specific like rooms, like after a certain mini boss or like helper room.
You have to have the same partner that the bag is trying to give you.
Oh, okay.
That's what it is.
Alright.
So in this case, in World 2, you hope to get it for free without having to farm. Because there's a bag that you coup, and you already have coup. So it tries to give you Gooey, and there's a 1 in 8 chance of it being Blob Girl instead. And you have to collect her once to get 1% on your file. Which is kind of silly. It adds another luck element to this game. There's tons of luck involved, and then there's just like, one more.
So yeah, there's a lot of luck in this game. As with most Kirby games, there's enemy RNG in this game, there's boss RNG, there's boss luck.
The biggest things are definitely the mini bosses.
Yeah. And of course the 1 in 8 chance, which could kill your run if you don't get it. Like Suzuri and Sunkir could both play like perfectly and play exactly the same, but they could finish minutes apart if one of them doesn't get the 1 in 8 chance right away.
This is it right here. I didn't get her.
I don't have sound, so I can't tell. I'm not listening to sound, so I can't tell if I got it first try.
You should be able to see it like very briefly.
Yeah.
And you'll see he gets a 1-up. If you get it, you get a 1-up.
I don't think he got it.
Okay.
5 lives as well.
Yeah, so neither of us got it. So we're both going to be farming for it in 4-1. And it could lose any amount of time.
Yeah. But yeah.
This boss is luck too. I just got like an ideal fight. I 2-cycled her. She didn't turn around or anything. It's an easy.
Yeah, this boss is basically like where it appears and whether it attacks or not. It's basically all RNG.
She doesn't even have to show up. Sometimes just the little enemies show up, and she's just like, I'm gonna skip this round. So you can't do any damage, obviously.
The game's pretty straightforward. You just can sit right in the middle and collect all the stars. You shouldn't ever get hit.
Whoa! A little bit scary there. Got sort of trapped. By the way, for movement with Q, this is mashing.
Yeah.
Faster you mash, faster move.
It's uncapped, so you'll never pass as a task.
The task doesn't even look like Q's flapping. It just looks like it's gliding forward really fast. But that might just because the video's at 30th, I'm not sure.
The Mashers game. So if you're good at mashing...
Not as mashy as KDL3, which KDL3. Suzuri also plays. Yeah. I do not play that.
Mashing is insane.
We're done with mashing though now.
Yeah, you ditch Q and you don't really use CM for a while. You ditch Q and you don't really use CM for a while. When you guys next pick it up, use Q, or you use Kine for the majority of this.
Yeah, because he's the Q, but for water.
As you can see, they're both using Super Game Boy 2, and I feel like that's the best way to play this game.
I don't think they can see that. The borders are probably cropped.
Oh no,
right?
they didn't. No, they didn't.
Yeah.
Not cut.
We're both playing Super Game Boy 2. It's very colorful.
Yeah, you can see the borders on the stream, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I think it's like specially designed for this game, especially designed for it because the colors of the world change. Pretty cool. So this level has a
Wow, I didn't get
By the
hit
way.
by the squid mini boss or jellyfish. That was perfect. It's really punishing to get hit in this game because no matter how you get hit, as I just did, you lose your power.
Right.
And when you get it back, there's a little animation that plays. So it's extra punishing.
That's why I could never run this game. Just one little mistake.
Yeah.
Run. Lose your power so hard. Especially casually. I had a lot of trouble playing this game.
Yeah. And later Kirby's, it's random.
Yeah. Kirby
Which
Superstar.
is also kind of bad, but I mean, it's kind of
Yeah.
worse when you lose it no matter what.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely is worse. But yeah, it's pretty unforgiving. Like, if you're just careless for like a second, you could
Or you get a bad pattern with enemies, like I did in that dark room.
Yeah.
I couldn't avoid the little hoppy guy. Well, I call him the hoppy guy, but he didn't hop, so... He's supposed to jump, and then you can go under him. Doesn't jump, you just kind of run into him.
Fortunately, I'm not really a fan of is how the music overrides, like the animal music overrides like the stage music. It's not that big of a deal, but
Yeah, they have good themes, but you just hear a lot of them in the speedrun. Like, the last world, which we're nowhere close to now, but I'm just gonna talk about it real quick. You play as Ku for, like, the entire world.
yeah.
And it has a really good song that you never hear because you're Ku.
Oh, at least in the speedrun.
Yeah. You hear it briefly when you enter the world, and then that's it. Because no matter whether you have an animal partner or not, when you start a world, you hear that world song. But then as soon as you enter a level, it's gone. In this little section with the current, you can dodge frogs. You can sneak by some of them by swimming in certain spots. Like the guys around the soda that healed me with the drink.
But yeah, I think it's better to play it safe, kill the...
Suzuri plays it pretty safe. I don't know if he did in this race. I try to sneak by most of them. This boss is really cool. It can go really fast.
Oh yeah.
Because stone does a lot of damage.
Casually, this boss is annoying as heck. 'Cause you have to like hit back the stars at him, but you have Rock and Kine.
I didn't get a good fight. The stars that spawn at the top and bottom are random, and it happened to spawn when I was not a rock, so I got hit. Something to mention about the minigames, which should not happen, but they're really punishing to lose, because you have to soft reset to try them again. You can't just like go back in the door closes whether or not you win. And you have to win to get 100%, so you have to soft reset, and then you lose like a bunch of time.
Reminder to, after this is going to be Kirby Superstar with EZZ Honky, and there's currently a donation incentive for hand cam, so I'm not sure what it's at right now, but I don't think it's been met yet, so if you want to see hands during plasma, you should...
This is farming right now. I'm looking for Blob
okay.
Girl.
Oh yeah, this is 4-1, so this is where they're both going to farm for the blob with the bow on its head, I guess it has.
It's supposed to be Gooey's girlfriend.
Oh, Gooey's girlfriend.
Oh, I got her. That was like 4th try. It's not too
wow.
bad.
Really good luck.
It's a 1 in 8 chance. So.
Yeah.
But I've had it go really, really bad. I think my record is like 39 times to get it.
I was hoping that you take a look. Oh, dude, you got it first try. You got Chow first try. Crap. The ugly girl.
Wait, so was Suzuri behind and then he just caught up because of that?
He didn't catch up, but was a little. It caught him up a little bit.
Huh.
So yeah.
Oh my god. So this stone guy.
Yeah, this guy is.
He didn't jump at all. You want him to jump, and then you discard your power, and you use the rocks and spit them back at him. But if he never jumps, I don't have anything to spit back at him, so I ended up just with fire, which I've never done. Usually he jumps, and you get to attack him and do more than 2 damage a hit.
Yeah, it's really cool how they speed up the mini bosses. Like you can creatively ditch your power and like
get rid of it and get it back.
Yeah. I always thought
this level's really important. You can sneak in this door.
Oh yeah,
it's kind of a sequence break.
Yeah. This is probably my favorite level. You can do like a well-timed hop. You can do a well-timed hop and like jump into this door. The normal method is to get Ku in the room next to it and just fly into it, but
the wind stops you from just going into it normally.
And yeah, Suzuri got it first try.
Sick. It's actually really easy to get in the door, and then there's a very difficult back up if you screw up.
You can bounce with the fire off the wall and like get in somehow. I don't know how it works, but
yeah, you basically just right after you bounce, you ignore the wind for a bit.
Yeah, so it's really tight.
It's a lot harder than what we just did.
So yeah, it's nice that they both got it. Even though it's in Suzuri's PB, he gets it like first try. He misses the first jump, and then he gets a backup first try, which is pretty crazy.
Oh my god. I got hit. I got hit again. So that mini boss kind of went unfortunately for me. This is going really unfortunately. I need him to give me an ice cube. Now you use Kine again with ice. It's very good for clearing out enemies.
Yeah. Ice and Kine is OP. At least for
enemies. The drawback to this attack, it looks like really OP, but you can't hold it out or else Kine freezes into an ice cube. Which I would love to show off, but I would lose some time, so I don't think I'm gonna do that.
For a moment. Good. Race is pretty like
close.
Yeah,
that's good.
I thought there'd be a big difference after 4-2 or 4-1. Sorry.
Bob girl farming could have had a very large impact. That's kind of what made this like in my eyes a good idea for a race. I like having luck as long as it doesn't end up being a blowout. It's cool seeing leads trade because of luck. So that was like another bit of enemy luck that happened to me. That cutter guy threw his cutter and it goes all the way across the screen, so you have to wait for it. To get into this treasure room, you gotta discard your power and then quickly get it back, because you need fire to get the treasure. You can do it in one discard, but it's scary, and if you lose fire, you're really screwed. So, I played it safe. I'm sure... Well, I'm actually not sure, but imagine Suzuri did too.
Ox confirmed it. He did it too.
Yeah.
Bosses is really easy. It's as easy as it looks.
Yep. He can give you slightly different patterns, but he always approaches you first, so you get like the majority of damage in no matter what. What he does after that is random, and he gave me the best pattern, where he doesn't try to jump or anything. I think if you time the hits right, it doesn't really matter much. Because he'll have like 2 more hits when he decides to do something that isn't sit on the ground and take your fire hits.
Is this an okay time for donations?
Sure. Minigame's pretty boring.
Alright, Ramblin' Josh donated $15.06, and he says Kirby is cute. Ramblin' Josh, if you're in chat, you can say what you'd like to put that towards. Like KSS Handcam, which is coming up in this very next run. And also, while you
get that.
Yeah, while you're donating, if you donate $10 or more during this this run, you get a chance to win 5 Game Boy games for of the Kirby series, as well as a Kirby keychain. So, $10, 5 games, a keychain, and also, you know, maybe see Kirby Superstar Handcam is a pretty good deal, I think.
This part of the run is personally my favorite. There's a lot of cool movement with fire, because you don't have any partner. And while in some Kirby games that can be like a complaint, because you just go through the whole game with fire, in this game most of the time you don't, so it's actually kind of refreshing to see it. But now we get rid of fire. Aw, man. So ideally I discard my power and that guy gives me the cutter, and I spit them both back at him and that finishes him. But he turned around, which was my fault. I didn't get back behind him in time. So now we get cutter, which is pointless right now, but with the knowledge that you get coup in the next stage, it's good, because coup with cutter is generally the best thing for mini bosses. Because you can hit with all 3 of the blades at once, kills them really quickly.
Race is super close.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm glad. It's going pretty well too. Aside from like messing up the fish fish boss for me, I haven't really messed up too much else. Only minor things. Decent luck on Blob Girl. So the beginning of this next level I really like, because everything's buffered. So, frame perfect, this part, and then you get, then obviously you lose frames. You can buffer an input as you go through a door, so you buffer jump and up, and then you buffer the cutter, and that's ideal.
Entry 2.
Now it's time to mash and fly a lot.
Oh yeah, I forgot about mash.
Oh my god. I always forget this room is next. You need to hold upright-ish. Oh, jeez. I don't think it's a big deal that I'm getting hit, though. So you can stun lock this boss, this mini boss. Oh my god, what is this pattern, dude? He's all the way up at the wing.
What the heck? I've never seen that. But yeah, this boss is really, isn't it like really slow if you don't have Cutter and Coup?
You have to wait for 3 cycles and spit the stars at him. And with Coup, you can do it in 1 cycle, and it's very easy to do it in 2. You can only do it in 1 cycle if he charges the wall, though, which he didn't, so... Now we get fire back for a little bit.
Next room is really cool with the fire movement.
Yeah,
like
you carry your momentum when you boost into the walls.
Yeah.
Underwater. That's what I really like about this game in this category. There's just a lot of variety in movement.
Right.
It's not very complicated, but it's just kind of constantly mixing it up throughout the run. Like right now, I'm gonna get the least used animal friend, Rick. Oops. Oh my gosh. Not a big deal. I got hit underwater though. Lost my power. So this is just a very exciting auto-scroller. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? I nearly just trapped myself.
You lose your power in this auto-scroller, it's not good at all.
Yeah, you have to redo the level, and you have to redo the auto-scroller, because you need Spark. And you don't technically need Rick, but it's a lot safer to have him. There's a trick you can do that I don't think either of us are going to go for this race, but you can get through the next room without having Rick. Basically, there are these blocks blocking you, as you'll see in a moment, and you have to use Rick's Spark Power, basically Beam, to destroy them. But you can actually just jump and use Spark and get across. It's just very tight, and if you die, you lose your power, and then you have to redo the whole level, so it's risky. It saves you having to get Rick, though. And now we get Rick one last time, before we say farewell to him for the speedrun. Use him for the boss. Which also might be routed out, because you can use Kine with Stone, too. Which is a little bit harder, but we're going to be getting Kine before we leave this one, so it saves you a trip back to that level with all the partners.
Boss is really, 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 really cool. Casual play. The sun and the moon. But the speedrun pretty much
Cheats.
yeah.
Ideally, they don't do anything, but they did get to move for me.
Probably my favorite
So
part of
this
the game.
is just minigame.
Yeah, there's a really big risk of actually failing it.
You can actually duck to go under the moon. I don't do that in my strategy, but his hitbox is only high enough to hit you standing up straight, so...
They both did perfect, so that's good.
That's very good. Failing minigames would suck.
If you fail a minigame, you have to have to reset your game so the door opens again.
Yep. Very punishing. It takes like 30-40 seconds or something. Now we get Kine for a couple reasons. Kine is faster than Kirby, even though he's awkward as heck to use. His jump speed is actually faster on land. But you also need him for the treasure a few levels later.
Box says you can beat 6-1 and go back to play the bonus instead of resetting.
Is that better?
I don't think it's better, but I think it's a way of doing it without resetting.
So I forgot, but there's a newer strategy in that room with the wind vent where you don't damage boost. You keep spark and it lets you get in the door slightly faster. But I just damage boosted out of habit. So this is the other reason we need Kine coming up. There's a underwater current you gotta swim against. Now, this is a very RNG mini-boss. You want him to give you stars. That worked out pretty well for me. Not too bad. He can choose to do a lot of stuff that is not giving you stars. You can just kill him with ice, but it's actually really hard because you have to be right next to him, and he's got a lot of things that can hit you. And it's a lot faster to get stars anyway. So you want him to give you things to attack him with. Wow, that was amazing. No! Do I need to go back in there? How'd that happen? I got a really good pattern from the boss. Okay, another really good pattern. Oh, except he dodged it.
Happened.
So, I was sitting next to him to inhale him and get Cutter, and I didn't inhale him. I ended up destroying him.
Oh.
His power, and you need her. That was kind of dumb. It's never happened. I guess I must have just been on the wrong side of him. But I got pretty good patterns from him both times.
Wasn't too costly.
Nah.
Is this an okay time for donations?
Yeah, sure. The next levels are just really heavy and mashing.
Rafi, who's on commentary here, donated $25 and said, please put this towards KSS Handcam. So thank you, Rafi. And that puts us at $84.26 out of the $2.15 needed for Handcam. Got maybe half an hour left to donate towards that, and we're about 1/3 of the way there. So if you guys want to see Handcam, it's going to take a little bit more work.
There are a few different ways to do this part, but since I kept Cutter, the best way is to just use Cutter. But there's kind of different silly backups, because when you lose your power, you lose more time getting it back. So it can be better to get a new one, since you don't have a power anyway. Now you want stone. It's really good for this section, it's really good for a part in the next level. And it helps with the mini-boss too, a little bit.
It speeds up that part like massively. other way to go as fast as stone.
Oops. So this is the same mini-boss that you can stun lock, except it's a lot harder to do with stone and you can't do it in one cycle anyway. At least not to my knowledge. Maybe the task does, and I'm just bad. Yeah, I'm getting a 3 cycle, which is still faster than using his own attacks, because you need stone anyway. So discarding your power and spitting the thing at him wouldn't be any faster. So here's the room that you really want stone for. You just sit here and float up and destroy all the blocks. If you don't have stone, you have to individually inhale them, and you can't just inhale the ones above you, so you have to kind of diagonally go up, and it's really bad. Oops. So I messed up both of the slides. Maybe Rafi can explain those. Sliding past the Gordos.
I wasn't watching, I'm sorry.
The Gordos that you slide past by inhaling. You inhale like the enemy and you slide past them.
I don't recall that. I'm sorry.
Alright, so I mean, I think I can actually explain. I was thinking there was a hard part coming up, but it's just mashing. You basically get iframes while you're inhaling, and you slide past, and you keep your speed when you start the action. So, combined with the Gordo moving to the right, you can just glide right past him.
Wow.
Ox, that's crazy.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's crazy. I don't even know how, like, I want to watch it now. I want to see how fast it goes.
The old TAS is definitely pretty bad.
Yeah.
Definitely outdated and...
Oh yeah, I remember, Yuri actually beat the TAS with his, PB.
Oh, for best ending? Or...
I think so, for 100%.
Oh, for 100%.
I'm remembering right. His PB was faster than the old TAS. So,
Quite possible.
That's how unoptimized it was.
It had a lot of weird routing things that were wrong too, that he might just not have thought of. Because there's a lot of routing with getting the treasures, 100%.
This game seems pretty hard to route.
Yeah, definitely.
You don't know like where everything is and stuff.
All your options. Balancing getting a new power versus how much it actually can save you, and where it is, and which partner you should have and when.
Like KSS, sort of, like, I have no idea who's the first to, like, route all the treasures in GCO.
So it is crucial that you keep Cutter through this underwater section. You can actually sneak by a lot of these frogs, but if you don't have Cutter for the boss, you are in huge trouble. Like, it's better to just go back and get Cutter somewhere else. And there's no real convenient place to get it in this world. Ox told me, like, a few days ago that using Cutter in the wind is actually better than mashing, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, but it looks faster. I'm not surprised.
You can visually see it, and I could see it too, but I thought the lag wasn't worth it. But I guess it is.
Is there any RNG in Krakow?
Yeah. his spawns and how long he stays out for the first part. I've actually got really bad luck. So I have to actually fight, like, the first phase. Normally you just hit him while he's in the ground, and that's pretty much it. This is actually hilariously bad. I've never... He actually went back in the ground. The second phase, there isn't as much luck. You can pretty much just hit him, and eventually he goes into a cycle where you lock him. Right now, he's just gonna sit here. I'm just gonna keep on hitting him. At the very end. He's actually trying to do an attack, but you keep on delaying it, and it makes the attack take forever. So he never does anything.
Basically stun locking it.
Yeah. The first phase, though, that was ridiculous. Normally you can kill him just before he comes out of the ground or just after. And he came back out, and I didn't know how to hit him. And he went back in the ground, so that was something. This minigame's really easy. Just float up at the top and go down to get the stars. Or I think Suzuri stays at the bottom. Either way, it's pretty easy. Only way you can screw up is really messing up an input.
It was still pretty close for race.
I'd imagine he's ahead after my Krakow fight, right?
Yeah.
Gotta be. That was really bad.
Well, he was a bit ahead before that, but...
Oh yeah?
But in general, it's pretty close.
There's a lot of luck left. The last world is essentially dashing, auto-scrollers, and mini-bosses. And as I said before, mini-bosses are like the largest source of luck. But yeah, you play Ku for literally the entire world. You only discard him because you can't use him on the final boss. Oh, that was a beautiful fire boss. I see in the chat. Well, you can actually, like, get screwed by luck in some cases. Oh my gosh. Forgot to dive at the beginning. On some of the minigames. But on that one, there's absolutely no way you could possibly get, like, trapped or something. Because you didn't think ahead enough. Only way you can screw up is pushing the wrong button when you try to fly with Ku.
Don't forget about real-life RNG.
Real-life RNG. There's not much of that in this game, because it's easy. Oops.
Hey, is this a good time to cover marathon stuff?
Definitely.
Yeah, it's not a scroller.
Okay, I don't know when I wasn't holding the push to talk key, so I'll just say it all again. Sorry.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything. I was wondering.
Yeah, I pushed the wrong button. So yeah, this is JRTA2. We're raising money to bring a couple runners from Japan over to AGDQ 2016. We've got Bacord, who's going to be playing Gimmick in the marathon, and he's waitlisted on Wario Land 3. And we have Ohan, who's going to be playing Mega Man 6 in Castlevania 3, and is waitlisted on Mega Man 5. And we're at $900 out of our goal of 4,500, so we're doing pretty good so far. Thank you guys all for your generous donations. Right now you're watching Kirby's Dream Land 2. If you donate $10 or more during this run, you're entered in a chance to win 5 Game Boy games that are all, Kirby games, as well as a Kirby keychain that were generously donated by
Big Drizzle.
Yeah, you Drizzle, and I was looking up for Clear Mouse as the other person. After this, we have Kirby Superstar, and then there's a hand cannon incentive for that, and we're at like about a third of the way towards meeting that goal. So yeah, if you guys wanted to sit back, relax, we'll be streaming pretty much all day till I think Sunday. Yeah, like Sunday afternoon. It'll be a good time.
Ninja mini boss beat me up.
Yeah, that left-outed scroll. I remember dying to it when we raced it.
Oh yeah.
Caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting a left-outed scroller.
Oh my god. I forgot to hold down at the start stage again. Uh-oh, this is getting scary. So remember, like, ages ago, said the rock didn't jump for me, so I couldn't kill him quickly? He did actually do the jump there, which is what you want him to do again. Not as important, but that's the attack you want him to do. And that I wanted him to do 3 worlds ago. This is a great auto-scroller, visually. It's trial and error as far as I know.
That is. Oh, this is... No, never mind. This is the one where I died in the... Well,
yeah, they're just dead ends. You have to know the right way to go.
horrible level design.
I don't think there's any hint as to like where to go. You can kind of wait and hang back on the screen and barely react, but it doesn't work so well.
Basically have to guess.
Yep, and it's 4, so it takes a lot of guessing. Really, this game is really just with lives, so you just get taken back to the beginning of the screen.
Notice 26 lives.
Yeah, you get a ton, especially in 100%, because you get lives for stars, and you get extra life for perfecting a minigame. So I'm getting a really bad pattern off this boss. Like, this is actually ridiculous. What is he doing? You want him to just charge the ground. Charge along the ground, and then you can kill him in one cycle pretty easily. But he stalled. I'm not sure how you're supposed to figure out this either.
Yeah, I know.
It's just like a sequence of powers you have to use that take you to a specific room.
I would never figure this out casually. I would definitely look this up. It's like Suzuri's on DDD right now.
So I'm probably like 30, 40 seconds behind or something.
I'd say around that. DDD, you can't take a animal helper. Hit last section. So you take a power up there. Redden uses cutter. But yeah, 30, 40 seconds isn't even that much. I was expecting like someone to get owned by Blob Girl.
Yeah, there's like minutes of natural variation from luck.
Yeah, so it's actually really, really close. As compared to what it could be.
Oh my god. I couldn't even get it in time. He actually jumped twice in a row for me.
Got the god pattern, but you can capitalize on it.
Yeah. Oh, I should have waited for him to back to the center. He moves really slowly to the center after you kill him.
Is it worth it?
To wait? It's generally worth it to wait for him to go closer to the middle.
Yeah, that's what I
Because he
meant.
moves faster when he's alive and not in his death throes.
It looked like it took forever.
Mm-hmm.
Getting Dark
I just
Matter.
realized, I was thinking like I had to pre-type .done, but we're gonna .done at JRTA, so
Oh yeah.
that's easy.
I don't know if he is, but
I think so. He'd be done by now, right?
fight is really cool. I like the first section where you just like line up and
Yeah, you have to be in like a specific spot to get the 3 damage hit when you reflect his thing. Which I only figured out recently. And that was a perfect fight for me. Alright.
Fury 5342.
Holy shit, that's better than my PB.
That's a sick
Am I
run.
gonna PB? Maybe, maybe not.
It's actually really good.
Yeah, that's a good run.
For no reset.
In general, I think like sub 55, sub 56 is pretty good for no reset. With the amount of luck in this game, like, really.
Yeah, I didn't see like any major mistakes actually from his run. And he got first try. He got the first try.
Blob Girl. I think it was like 4th or 5th for me, which isn't too bad either.
I think he got 4th.
So I've got an update for you guys. Do you want to hear it?
Yes.
All right. I mean, you can say no if you want to. So since you guys have been doing such a good job donating anyway at the start of this marathon, and we're close to $1,000 already, I would extend a little bit of a break ham incentive. So we were originally asking for $250, but I'm going to cut you guys a break and say if we get to 100 before Kirby Superstar starts, then we'll do hand cam. So we need one donation of looks like $15 and 74 cents. So if somebody wants to be the hero, or if multiple people want to chip in, we'll give you a hand cam at a discount per KSS.
Definitely, if you've never seen Kirby Superstar hand cam, like it's definitely a treat. Game is really fast paced, especially the arena. You have to mash super hard.
That was definitely like really good. I was expecting.
Dude, you did fine for commentary. I told you you'd be good. Your commentary was really good, and
that ended up being a pretty close race.
yeah.
I was expecting like 55 and 56, like that range, and possibly one person like 2+ minutes behind easily. As I said, like I've farmed for Chow or Bob Girl, and it's taken me over 30 attempts, and you lose like 3 minutes. Just straight up 3 minutes gone from farming. It's ridiculous. But that went really well for both of us, and the race stayed pretty close, it sounds like. So, yeah. Stay tuned for KSS. It's going to be a great run. Alright, I'll get out of the mumble. See everyone, thanks for watching. Watch Pure destroy KSS.
Thanks for running, guys. It's entertaining commentary. Good run.
It's a pleasure.
Thanks, Sunkir.
See everyone, thanks for watching. Destroy KSS.
Thanks for running, guys. It's entertaining commentary. Good run.
It's a pleasure.
All right, real quick. We have a donation for $15.74 from one Eggman, and he says,